Hey everybody, it is Nathan, Jess, Blake, and Sylvia with a long overdue video. And I'm sorry that it's overdue, but I kind of got married and then I kind of got a new service dog and things kind of piled up and you know how it is, right? Today we're doing our You Might Be Neurotypical If video. It comes from your comments that you put on our Neuronormativity video, which we very much appreciate that. And so we will read them and we will react to them and we will give just praise where it is due. So these better be good. And if we butcher anybody's name, we apologize for that. Martine Helenas. You might be neurotypical if you think forcing children to give you hugs and kisses is normal, or expect anyone to give you a hug.
No, I definitely
Hey, come give your aunt a kiss, sugar.
You don't have any aunt who talks like that.
I don't, but some people do.
Don't make kids hug you if they don't want to.
There we go.
That way they learn it's their choice. Okay, Yuki Wolf 5 gave us a lot.
Yes, let's see.
You might be neurotypical if you feel the need to throw out comfort objects. Sometimes comfort objects do get gross, though. You might be neurotypical if hearing about your favorite thing only makes you neutrally happy, and you know when to stop talking about it.
Yeah. It must really suck to be a neurotypical. It's almost like every time someone talks about Skyrim, you just smile instead of jumping with joy. It's a sad world. It's a sad existence.
You might be neurotypical if you find going out and partying to be genuinely enjoyable. Does anyone actually like parties?
I do. I actually do. But
gross.
Keep in mind, a big disclaimer in this video, just because you don't fit something on this list doesn't mean that you're not neurotypical, and just because you do fit something on this list doesn't necessarily mean you are neurotypical. Hence the you might.
You might be neurotypical if you find yourself unable to understand the joys of stimming.
Oh, poor neurotypicals.
Oh, would those be people who were like, I don't click my pen, or jolt my leg?
Or just pet dogs without realizing that they're doing it?
You might be neurotypical if you, for some reason, find someone's eyes so fascinating during a conversation that you just have to stare at them the entire time.
See, I never understood if it was like, if it's...
I don't think it's a
they're
fascination.
Fascinated, or if they're just...
No, I think it's a body language thing. It's meant to indicate...
It's like they're stuck in this social trap of...
Well, I think it has a lot to do with how... like Americans especially view eye contact as honesty and attentive behavior, and that if you don't look someone in the eye, you must be hiding something and you must be lying to them. You might be neurotypical if the only thing that would make you jump, scream, and hand flap in excitement would be to win the lottery. Other positive occurrences don't tend to have the same effect. Don't they see puppies and they're just like, oh, puppies! Because... what else do you do when you see dogs or puppies?
Which you call over-celebration, I call living life. This is from Hope Moskal. You might be neurotypical if, no matter how your day is going, when someone asks how you are, you always answer fine. You see, this is one thing I never got. Like, the conversation of, how are you? Fine, how are you? Fine, how are you? Goodbye. Yeah. Like, you don't actually know if they're telling the truth, and they're not going to tell you the truth.
Also,
and you don't even really care.
Yeah.
So why do you ask them?
I don't ask people that. I've been caught in a conversation loop at Walmart too many times. I know things about strangers.
Yeah. I usually just say, "Hey, good to see you." You know, because I mean, most people that I know when I see them in public, yeah, it's good to see them. It's not being disingenuous. Ingenuous. There we go.
Why don't you read the next one there?
You might be neurotypical if you refuse to make small talk to strangers in an elevator. Elevators are so awkward.
No, wait, I think that's supposed to be reversed, because...
No. It's like, you're not supposed to... There's a social rule that you're not supposed to talk in elevators.
Oh, well, but why would anyone enjoy small talk? It's terrible. It's terrible, and the idea of small talk when you're in a confined space you can't leave... I don't really know if... I mean, I get that there's a social rule, but I kind of feel like that's the one break that autistics get, is that's a time when you're not expected to make small talk.
There's a follow-up comment on that from Benjamin Burkhard. You ask what's up and are confused when I literally answer the question, the sky is up. I mean, I do that.
Dad jokes. The original autistic arena. Second B.
Ooh, second B.
Who is the first bee? Samantha Bee is the first bee! I will live and die on that hill. You might be neurotypical if a change to your routine doesn't bring on a full-blown meltdown.
Don't mess with my routine.
You sounded like Renfield on vacation, and it was weird.
I don't know what that is.
Renfield, Dracula's henchman.
Oh. You might be neurotypical if you always understand sarcasm. Was that sarcastic?
Except neurotypicals often don't understand when autistics are using sarcasm.
That is true. Because autistics... You might say it's because autistics are bad at using sarcasm. Maybe it's just neurotypicals are bad at understanding autistic sarcasm. You might be neurotypical if you can always tell when someone is joking or being serious. Yeah, that does get annoying.
Goes hand in hand with the
and then they gaslight you. You know, you get pissed off at someone for saying something, and then they say, oh, I was just joking, but you didn't know that they were joking, and now you're the bad guy.
I think this happens a lot to children. They get confused, and you're just like, no, I was teasing you, and they don't get it. They're like, why? Why would you do that, you monster? You might be neurotypical if the words generalize, summarize, talk about the themes, or other such abstract directions don't make you think, I have no idea what you're asking me to do. Yes, just be specific. Be specific in your assignments. Be like, hey, you'll know when you're done. No, I don't know when I'm done. Oh, no. What you're supposed to do is just tell them everything you think about related to that topic. It's fine.
That's a dangerous thing to tell an autistic. You might be neurotypical if you can easily introduce yourself to new people and you don't have to worry that you'll mess up the first impression.
First impressions are weird.
Yeah, they are.
You're supposed to remember people.
You might be neurotypical if you feel comfortable in a room full of people you don't know very well.
I think that goes with the partying thing.
Yeah.
You like partying, but only when it's people you know.
Yeah, I think
that's what they meant when they said going to a party.
I get really awkward when it's people that I don't know.
So Tree Stump and Thunder Arch, interesting name.
That's a cool name.
I feel like it's a lumber business or maybe a coffee shop, like for hipsters.
No. It's a thunder business. They sell lightning rods.
I think I like my coffee shop idea. It's like a hipster coffee shop.
I've decided that you sell lightning rods.
Patronizing children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
a lot of these are kind of grievances towards children that I think
as strange as I find children most of the time, like they're a lot smarter than people give them credit for.
You might be neurotypical if you make sexual jokes or swear just to fit in with the group. I feel like they also did note that that's maybe mostly neurotypical teenagers. I feel like it could be the other way, though, because I know a lot of autistics who actually have to force themselves not to say... Not to swear or say sexual jokes because it just pops into their head and they have to live their life a lie.
Or they just don't care about the consequences. Stultum stulto. You might be neurotypical if you decide for someone else whether or not they would like to join a special occasion.
Social occasion.
A social occasion, yeah.
Unless you're in a relationship and you don't like to go out, and so you tell people, I'm sorry, we just can't make that. We're doing something else.
You might be neurotypical if you have no trouble recognizing people and remembering their names, but find accommodating their different communication methods and boundaries difficult, instead of the other way around. Ooh, there's some salt. You know, that's a salt shaker.
That's how you shake salt, is it?
Yeah, just salt shaker.
I'm just amazed at your body language right now. It's great.
You might be neurotypical if you don't get excited upon discovering a new social rule or cultural difference. Ooh, it's like an adventure. See, that's why I study communication. It's about discovering social rules.
Some social rules are not fun to discover, but cultural differences are
they're fun to discover and then make fun of because they make no sense.
Main Street Boxer says you might be neurotypical if you think that word, neuronormativity, has something to do with Christmas. Oh my god, I have an idea. Our front yard, we're going to have a neuronormativity scene.
Yeah, a neuronormativity scene.
It'll be great. There will be like people wearing Dockers.
So we realized that we had a lot more responses than we thought we would get because you all had a lot of really great suggestions, and we're going to end up releasing this in 2 parts. So the first part is posted today, of course, and the next part will be coming out at a later date. In the meantime, That's today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, give us a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, check out some of my other stuff, and we will see you next week.